Recently, a Big Bash match got abandoned due to power failure on the ground. That's bizarre. But when we researched about such bizarre happenings that halted or abandoned a match, we found plenty of them. Today, we present to you 10 cricket matches that got delayed or abandoned for a weird reason. Number 10, Bee Attack. A cricket match in Bangalore was called off after hundreds of bees, troubled by children pelting stones, thronged across the field in retaliation. 6 players, along with the umpire, had to be given hospital treatment. History repeated itself.
Let's hope we see more of the same.
Must be bees or something on the field. So Faf du Plessis dropped, everybody drops. So it's a swarm of bees across the ground. Never a pleasant sensation when that happens.
Definitely a fun opportunity.
Crowd have been buzzing because of this. This is Quince Cox keeping him, but he has just behind him. Have a look at this. Clearly they're excited about the Protea.
There's plenty of play out there.
Number 8, Desert Storm. Indians fondly remember this storm as the Sachin Storm. This was during the Coca-Cola Cup of 1998. The storm in the desert of UAE held up play for about 15 minutes, which led to the reduction of the Indian overs from 50 to 46. Following this was another storm by Sachin Tendulkar in the form of a century, and history is made.
Tendulkar greets him by dancing down the track and hammering it over long gone. This is amazing stuff.
Number 8, Death of a King. Going into the last test at Chepauk, England were leading the 1951-52 series in India 1-0. They scored 224 for 5 at stumps on day 1. By the time they left the ground, the news had reached Madras. King George VI had died of coronary thrombosis. The second day was immediately rescheduled as a rest day. The test is significant for it was India's first test win. Number 7, Death of a Prime Minister. Years later, India toured Pakistan in 1984-85. The Sialkot ODI was crucial for Mohinder Amarnath, for he was leading India for the only time in his career. India reached 210 for 3 in 40 overs when the news of Indira Gandhi's assassination reached Pakistan. The tour was called off with immediate effect. Number 6, Death of a Cricketer. Philip Hughes' untimely demise in 2014 had shocked the cricket fraternity into mourning. The world remembered him in unison by putting their bats out and sharing on social media. The second day's play of the Sharjah Test between Pakistan and New Zealand was called off instantly, though an extra day was added. This, according to us, was the only thing in this list which wasn't too weird. A gentleman's act for sure. Number 5, Fighter Plane. Cricket was passed during World War II. One of the matches between Army and RAF at Lord's attracted a crowd of around 3,100 and featured several test stars. Army batted first, and when they reached 57 for 1, it happened. A German aircraft had managed to infiltrate British defences and was heard hovering in the proximity of Lord's. As it descended with a whistling sound, players and spectators threw themselves on the ground. Thankfully, the danger passed. Wisden reported that it landed in Regent's Park, while Andrew Ward wrote that it fell about 200 yards short of Lord's at Albert Road. Number 3, the story of the hot ball. In a 1994-95 Castle Cup match, Daryl Cullinan hit Roger Telemachus for a 6, and the ball landed in a pan of fried calamari. The ball was thrown back, but it took 10 minutes for the ball to cool down, as Telemachus could not touch the hot ball. Fried calamari stopped play, reported Wisden. The Tiger let loose. Hampshire and South Wales were playing at Rose Bowl Nursery Ground when a spectator reported that a tiger had been spotted at the adjacent golf course. As players rushed back to safety, helicopters infested the ground with thermal imaging cameras. It turned out to be a toy tiger. Play resumed 20 minutes later. Number 2. Protester release a criminal. An unusual incident occurred in 1975 when the third Ashes test at Headingley was abandoned as a draw due to an act of sabotage. Before the fifth day's play, the pitch was dug up and damaged with oil by campaigners calling for the release of a convicted criminal.
With Australia needing 225 runs with 7 wickets left, was abandoned as a draw. The culprits wanted to draw attention to the alleged wrongful imprisonment of George Davis.
Number 1. The car driver. Just a few years ago, in a Ranji match between Uttar Pradesh and Delhi, a Delhi resident, Girish Sharma, drove his WagonR inside the stadium and entered the field of play upon finding that no guard was stationed at the Air Force Stadium gate. The game could resume only after a thorough inspection of the pitch was done by the umpires, who declared that no harm had been done. Wasn't that interesting? Did you know about any of these incidents? Did we miss out on any other strange reason for abandonment or delay in a match? Do let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Simbly Chumma.